Hello and welcome back to the Yapping Artist podcast, and we are here with episode 2. Um, I am very late in recording this. I should have recorded this, I think, 3 days ago, but as you can hear, maybe I was a little bit sick, and I still am a little bit sick. Not really in the sense of that I feel sick-ish, but my nose and stuff is still there. My nose is still a little bit stuffy and runny, but other than that, I feel pretty energetic and healthy again. But I didn't feel that 3 days ago when I was supposed to record this. I'm very sorry, but I also am very sorry that I still sound a little bit sickish. It's all good though. I think we will still do this. I'm actually proud of myself that I'm not saying, "Oh my God, I'm just gonna skip this week." Um, I'm sorry that it's late, but at least it's there. And that's, I think, what counts, right? Today we're gonna talk again about the good, the bad, and the artsy. And I feel like without further ado, we can start into the good. What happened this week that was good? The thing is, the week is so long already since the last time I recorded the first episode of this podcast. But since the last time was so long ago, I feel like my memory kind of got hazy, and I should start writing down um, during the week what I want to talk about. But let's just start with the good of this week. The good of this week was I visited a castle. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. It was a little bit out of town. It was out of the town, not very far away actually. I had to go like 1 hour, I think, and it was on the countryside in a very cute, very pretty village. The houses in the village were also like historic-ish, and very pretty, very cute, very pretty village actually. I'm kind of jealous. I'm like, okay, if I wouldn't mind living there. The city is not that far away by train. Like it's literally 1 hour away. And if you would have a car, I don't have a car, but if you would have a car, maybe it's even closer. So yeah, it's actually a nice place, and it has a castle that you can do events in kind of sometimes, and that's what I was there for. It was like a sport event, but in for this sport event there was like an evening party kind of, and my dad organized a lot of this, and he was also part of the musical act, and so of course I had to go and support him in that way. It's very funny seeing your dad being a musical act. He poured all his soul into singing and playing the guitar there. He actually also wore a costume. Um, it was not a medieval knight costume, but more of a ancient Roman soldier costume. I think that's the only one he had available. It looked very funny, but in generally, like, it was a very fun atmosphere over there, and it did inspire me. I did do some sketches there, and I'm actually currently a lot on a night castle fairy tale trip anyway, so that fit right into my alley. And honestly, I I was always obsessed with castle. As a child, I mean, even still, I really wanted to like experience how it is to live on a castle, how people used to live on castles. So it was perfect for me. I was like, oh my God, this is so fun. But also, I think maybe that was also the place where I got a little bit sick because it was a very warm day, but in the evening, there might have been too windy, and it was an outdoor event. So, yeah, could have been the reason why I got sick. But other than that, yeah, I was really happy to be there. It was a lot of fun. And as I said, I have been obsessed with castles. There was this time, so I've been obsessed with castles. There's actually, I think, events where you could go and live in a castle for a week or a weekend and stuff like that, and it would be like um LARPing medieval times or something like that, where it would be like you could experience living in a castle with a whole set of actors and stuff like that, and other people who do this event. I kind of would love to do that. If I ever have the time and the money, maybe I could get to do something like that. Also, meet Cleo. Hello, Cleo. Ooh. Sorry, you can't see her, but she's cutie. Hello, Cleo. Yeah, actually, the other thing that I would love to do is maybe go to Germany, because Germany has a lot of castles too, and do like a castle tour over there. Funnily enough, when I was starting to post art on Instagram, which was I think years ago, I also followed some artists that got invited to a brand trip to Faber-Castell Castle. And I was so jealous. I think it was 5 to 10 artists, and I think I followed a lot of them. And they were all going to the Faber-Castell Castle. It was so cool, and I was so jealous. I was like, oh my God, I want to do this too. So yeah, maybe that is something that I could work towards too. I mean, maybe if it's not a brand trip, maybe just a regular visit, if that is even possible. That also really reminds me of the time I still studied pharmaceutical studies. That was really funny. For those who don't know, I studied pharmaceutical studies for a while. It's kind of in the family, not gonna lie. And before I decided to quit university and do graphic design instead, there was a time exactly where I studied pharmaceutical studies. And for that, me and my mom, who also is a pharmacist, once went to an event in Germany. And there were a lot of other pharmacists there, obviously, because it was like kind of a pharmacy event. And those guys, let's just say like that, those guys were kind of, they were like, ooh, they're kind of like, all were interested in my mom. And they wanted to impress her, I think. And I was still younger. I mean, I must have been 19 or 20. But they were like, yeah, what kind of area, which place in Germany interests you? They were talking to me because they kind of wanted to like offer me like that I could visit their pharmacies over there, and I don't know, work in the pharmacy and do stuff like, I don't know, like do stuff like that. And they were like, oh, which areas, where do you want to go? Do you want to visit Berlin or something like that? And I was like, yeah, actually, I would love to visit the Faber-Castell Castle. And they were all like flabbergasted. They were like, what is she talking about? Um, because that had nothing to do with pharmaceutical studies or pharmacists and stuff like whatsoever. I was just an artist that LARPed as a pharmacist. And they were like, okay, what's with that weirdo? Yeah, that's actually a funny story that I still think about sometimes here and there, but it still stands. So Faber-Castell, if you want to do these brand trips again, you know who to call. I would I would be there any second. I mean, it's still maybe something that I could do on my own. But yeah, um and as I said before, it actually really fits the theme of stuff I want to draw currently. I want to draw. Oh my God, sorry, my cat just left me, and what the fuck? She's herring. There's so much hair on my lap now, girl. But yeah, that was definitely the good and fun thing that happened that week. One of the good things I also did is that I finally bought like a website thingy and I will start working on that soon. I feel like that's something I've been really missing, having like a good website where I could put down my portfolio and stuff like that. I've been applying to conventions for the artist alley, and a lot of people always want to have like a portfolio or like, a catalog where they can see what you offer. And the way I have it set up now is not very ideal, so I'm actually very excited that I finally got to do that step and be like, okay, I'm just gonna buy the website thingy and do it. I'm very excited about that. One of the bad things that happened was that I got sick. As I said already, I'm really mad that I got sick because then I couldn't do the stuff I wanted to do, but it's fine. And we got over it, I guess. Another not so good thing that happened was yesterday. Actually, yesterday we wanted to order some takeout food. I think I got inspired by watching 911 again because sometimes they just get takeout and I'm like, why cannot I can't I just sometimes get takeout? I was like, I want some takeout. And I told my boyfriend and he was like, yeah, actually I want some takeout too. And we were like kind of excited about it that we ordered through that one app here, and we were pretty hungry already, not gonna lie. For both of us, we didn't eat a lot during the day, and so we were like, okay, I'm gonna order now, um, and then it's gonna be there in 40 minutes, and that's gonna be fine. But yeah, so that's what I did. I ordered. I put into the note, please, can you please call me because the bell isn't working properly. And I put down the wrong number. My number was wrong in it. Um, and I think that might have been a mistake, but also I'm not sure that that was the warranted everything else that happened. So I was just recording a video for I was working on an artwork, recording a video, and suddenly I get the message that the food has been delivered. And I was like, what? I immediately went downstairs. Nothing. There was nothing. Nobody was there. There was no food. Nobody. Like, as soon as I got the message, I think it was only maybe a minute later, I was downstairs. I was already looking if I could see anyone, if I could see anything. It was just wasn't there. And I was like, no, the food wasn't delivered. And then I saw that I put on the wrong number. And I was like, okay, but still in the app, my actual number was still there. So even though if this number was wrong, maybe he could have called a different number, or maybe he could just say it couldn't be delivered, but not say it's delivered because it was never there. And that is kind of what shocked me. It was like, it's been delivered and nothing else. And I'm like, no, it's not been delivered. What do you mean? I tried immediately to talk to customer support, but the thing is, with these apps, of course, nowadays there is no real customer support. It's a chatbot, and I talked to chatbot, so I'm like, I didn't get my order, and then they put that into the system. I get an email, I think from an actual person who says, our system shows that your that what you ordered has been delivered. We will not offer any refunds and yeah, kind of deal with it. And I was like, no. I wrote them back. I'm like, sorry, no, it's not delivered. Please, can I talk to an actual person? We called the restaurant. The restaurant, of course, it's not the part of the restaurant to deliver the stuff. The restaurant told us, yeah, the delivery driver got it and left. So we know it left the restaurant. And the thing is, okay, maybe the delivery wasn't possible, but then just say it wasn't possible. That would have been fine with me. But just don't say it's been successfully delivered when it hasn't been successfully delivered. And also in that one email, it was like, yeah, you won't be getting your money back. We will not offer any refunds and stuff. I was so confused. I was like, that's not how you cannot do that. I was writing that chatbot. I was like, please let me talk to a real person. Please let me talk to a real person. Nothing. my boyfriend called the hotline, the service. It was not the service hotline, it was a different number, but he was like, hey, can I talk to a real person, to the bot? Bot didn't put us through to a real person. I was like, that's just, it's just so frustrating when you get these answers that are obviously pre-written, and then you have to deal with the chatbot, you have to deal with the pre-written answers from maybe real people, but you don't feel like anything is, it doesn't feel like you can really talk about the problem that is happening. In the end, I wrote them in my email to them, I'm like, I'm really sorry, but if you don't give me the possibility to talk to a real person, I have to see what kind of legal things I can do. And as soon as I wrote that, I got an email back with, sorry, the delivery wasn't possible. Here's you will get a refund within 5 days. And I was like, only now that I complain and that I threaten legal action. It didn't even threaten legal action. I was saying I just have to consider legal action because there's no way I can talk to anyone. Honestly, I wouldn't have done anything because I don't have any legal action in my back pocket. I don't have a lawyer in my back pocket. I don't have anything. They was like, yeah, okay, you get the refund. And I'm like, how? Like, I would have even been, I was so pissed. I was like, yeah, why does it have to come to this step? Why can we not talk about it with a human being? But yeah, in the end, we ordered from a different app, from a different place, and we got our food, and I was very happy. It was just very late. That's why I also didn't record the video. That's why I also didn't record this episode yesterday, because it was already so late and we were hungry. But yeah, all in all, it found a good end, even though it was frustrating at the moment, but it's all good now. Yeah, let me know if you had any similar experiences with ordering food or takeout. I think I don't really order takeout that often, because especially because I live at a place that is a little bit farther out and not a lot of things deliver here. And if they deliver, it takes a while. I mean, honestly, now I feel like a few more do deliver here, so that's fun. Um, but it also costs a little bit more to deliver here. There's always a bigger delivery fee. So that's why I never do it. And then once I actually do it, stuff like that happens. Yeah, I think I will not order takeout anytime soon again. Yeah, and now I think it's time for the artsy. I'm so excited. I actually finished a painting. Oh, what happened here too? I recorded the painting process, but the thing is, I did set up this tripod wrong. I made the mistake of setting it up in a way that it only filmed my head. And so I think for the beginning of the painting, there's no footage that has my head right in front of the camera. You cannot see anything of the process. I did film a little bit for TikTok where you can see a little bit of the process, but that's just like, I don't know, a minute or something like that. But yeah, I was kind of like, I filmed it for half an hour and then I looked at the footage and I was like, okay, it's just my head. But I did film the rest of it and I'm not sure when I'm gonna show you. Probably not this Sunday, but next Sunday I will I will have the video ready. But for you guys, I will give you a little bit of a sneak peek. This is what I painted. Ta-da! I'm actually very happy with how it turned out. When I started doing that, I had a little bit of a panic attack because I wasn't sure if I liked how it was going and if I liked how the colors were looking compared to my color sketch. But it's all good and I'm actually very happy with how it turned out. This will actually be part of hopefully my snail mail. This is also something that is in the works, my snail mail. That's why I actually finally decided to get the website so I can set up the snail mail probably. The only thing about that, I don't really have a name for it yet, but hopefully I will have that soon. and hopefully I will have more infos about that soon too for you. But yeah, I'm actually really happy that I finished that. I've been very slow at art these days, but I hopefully will be back soon. And I'm actually also planning to do some art streams on TikTok in the near future, so we will see how that goes. But yeah, that was everything for today. Maybe this was a little bit on the shorter side. It's okay. I think last time I yapped a little bit too much. um, and I'm glad that I actually was able to do this. And I hope you liked it. Let me know if you liked it, and tell me your experiences with ordering food. And I hope to see you soon. Please be sure to subscribe and like and maybe leave a comment. And that was all for today. Bye bye.